Hello everyone and welcome to today's pick a card reading. We have 4 groups here and the question is, what is the next new beginning in my life? So we have 4 groups here. Please choose which picture or which group that you feel most drawn to, and we will get started with group number 1. So this is group number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so this is group number 1. You chose this card here. Alright, so this is the 4 of Swords, I think, in the original tarot. And this card here is about having structure in your life and, you know, being more disciplined, more organized, bringing things together. There's this sense to me of bringing things together in your life. So I feel like the new beginning that's coming into your life is one that you've been working hard on. It's something that there's been many different, like perhaps there's been little projects attached to this beginning or different aspects of this beginning that you're having to bring together. I'm getting this especially with seeing like the 4 different points here. I feel like there's a few things that you've been working on that are really coming together. But let's have a look at the further messages you have here. Okay, so we have love. We have healing the past. The garden and the gate. We have dedicated effort, and we have wisdom. Beautiful. I'm already getting the understanding of what this is talking about. So, as I was saying here with this card, I feel like there's a few things that you've been working on bringing together. And this is part of your new beginning. And as I said, I feel like you've been working hard on this. I can see that here being clarified with the dedicated effort. And I feel like this could either be, for some of you, this could be a new beginning in a relationship. So a relationship of yours may have fell apart, or there may have just been some disagreements. There may have been some real patterns, some learnings that have been going on within your relationship. And, you know, you've really had to look at all aspects of that relationship and what was really happening and gaining some new wisdom and some new knowledge. I feel like with your relationship, if this is relating to you, I feel like perhaps you've had to move out of your comfort zone. Perhaps you've really had to discover more or be open more to a part of your partner that you perhaps weren't really willing to look at before, but through this conflict, through this change, you've really had to discover and really dig deep into why this was happening within your relationship. And, you know, I feel like some of the wounds that were coming up with this relationship was coming back to the inner child. So perhaps this has come from your past experiences from when you were a child, and perhaps that was playing out in the relationship. I get this sense here of languages of love as well. So I feel like perhaps there was a part of you that wasn't receiving the love that you were wanting from your partner. Perhaps your partner was somebody who was much more practical, where you're a little bit more emotional, and perhaps you really had to get out of your comfort zone and express that to your partner and say, you know, look, you know, I'm missing the love, I'm missing the attention, I'm missing the you know, feeling accepted and feeling loved. And I feel like you jumping out of this, you know, finally moving out of your comfort zone and expressing this to your partner really allowed for things to start to take place and change. And I don't feel like, I mean, this could be different for everybody, but I do get the feeling for a lot of you, this may not have been very easy, and, you know, because opening up and saying how you're really feeling about something really sort of you know, it takes time to heal that. It takes time to make it work again. And it's like, I get this sense that you've had to create a whole new picture with this partner. It's like you've had to really start over, start again. Look at your relationship, look how you've been treating each other, look at, you know, where this has originated from the past, and really build a firmer structure moving forward. So you've really had to dig deep with your relationship, and this is now allowing you to come back together with a much more stable foundation, a much more harmonious balance within your relationship and within your family unit, because I do see family here, and I feel like it's like this change had to happen. So if you're in it, because this reading, we're talking about what new beginning is next. Well, if you're in that at the moment and you are digging deep and you are really looking at things with a lot more clarity at the moment, and you're waiting for this change to happen, know that your hard work, your effort that you're putting into this is going to heal what's happened in the past. And the new beginning for you is this newness, this love newness, this connection, okay? Now, for those of you who don't resonate with the love part, I feel like this has got to do with you really discovering the love within yourself. I feel like this is about you stepping out of your own comfort zone, you making the effort to really discover who you are, really dig deep into the roots of who you are. And I don't feel like that's been very easy for you, because I feel like it's that the more that you've dug sort of that hole, or more that you've sort of you know, dug deep, because I'm seeing, you know, Spirit's showing me in the symbol of like digging deep into the earth, and it's almost like the root just kept getting deeper and deeper. But Spirit's saying for you, you know, this is about to change, because you did that, because you decided to move out of your comfort zone and really dig deep and discover who you are. It's like you discover this huge amount of wisdom about who you are, and you coming into acceptance. So I feel like for you, the new beginning is coming into acceptance about who you are. And I feel like once this has happened for you, this self-acceptance, this real self-love, it's like other aspects of your life are going to really start to fall in place, and you're going to make really big changes in your life. So this new beginning is the start of more new beginnings for you who relate to this being about your self-discovery. It's like, and again, Spirit's showing me domino effect. So you coming into this self-love is then going to counteract with everything else in your life, because your whole life is going to shift. Dramatic shift. Now, I am going to pick, I'm just going to, for those of you who relate to the relationship part here, I'm just going to grab some relationship cards. Okay, look at this. Renewed love, a new level of commitment. So your love life is ascending to a higher level commitment. And you can really put this, for those of you who's not about love with another person, then this could be love with yourself, you committing and aligning with the higher part of yourself, and really understanding who you are and committing your life to yourself. Stay optimistic about your love life. So if you are at the moment still in this rocky stage, or if you yourself are still sort of still digging at the roots within you, Spirit's saying to stay optimistic, positive thinking, and really have faith, because what is coming is this new beginning, is this self-love, is this engagement. It doesn't have to be it could be a physical engagement that that is going to come from this new level of understanding with the relationship, or it could be just a newer level of fresh energy into the relationship where you're really going to understand each other, because as I said, you had to form new foundations within your relationship. You both had to look at aspects of the relationship, aspects of yourselves and how that was interacting within your relationship, what wasn't working and what needs to happen for it to work. So if you are in that stage at the moment, Spirit's saying stay optimistic about your love life, because it's all going to it is all going to work out for you. And we're just going to get one more or a couple more. We'll see what Spirit wants to bring out. Just some more guidance to end your reading. A new romantic cycle begins. And I want to say that as well, for those of you who relate to the aspect of it being about your own self-love, and I talked about the domino effect, well, this is opening you, if you're single, then this is opening you up to a whole new romantic cycle. It's opening you up to a new relationship. It's opening you up to, you know, meeting people who are really going to understand you, really sync with your energy. Confidence is your key to success. So be confident in, actually what I'm hearing from your guides, from Spirit, is that it's like your courage, right, and your perseverance and your confidence has really taken you, or will be taking you beyond. It's like you are taking yourself beyond limits that you never thought you were. So I want to say that this is a message about you being courageous and you really stepping out of your comfort zone. That's really been the key to your success here. So that's the messages I have for you, Group 1. I hope they help you. Please let me know down below if it does. Like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye for now. Hello, Group number 2. So you chose this pile here in this card. So this one here is the 8 of Swords, okay? And this one is about you coming into your power, you taking responsibility for your life, and you coming into balance within your self-awareness, within your thoughts and how they are creating your movement forwards in life. So I feel like for you, there's going to be this there's this new beginning in the way of you could be taking a chance on something, you could be taking leadership towards something, but I definitely see there's this shift for you in your mental thinking. But let's have a look here what the cards say. So we have opportunity, and we've got collaborating, assisting, explaining, providing opportunity, synergizing, creating possibility, opening doors, promises, bringing insight to communicates, welcomes and develops. Okay, so there's a creative process here that you've been working on, and I feel like it's like you're going to, and I see this with the windows opening, I see this as a opportunity coming your way to really put what you've been creating on display. So again, there's that leadership, there's you you've been like working on bringing this out there, and I see that like Spirit showing me like stones, and I feel like, you know, you've been making the path with the stones, but you haven't quite got there. But I definitely see that now the doors are opening for you, and that change you've been waiting is coming in. We have proceeding softly. We have second chakra Archangel Ariel. We have control, and we have choose wisely. Okay, again, you know, I was talking about with this creative process, we've got the second chakra here, which is in relation to your sacral chakra. It's in relation to you, to your creative energy, your passions, you know, working towards your hopes and dreams, and weaving the web, sorry about knocking that, weaving the web of what you really want to create in your life. You know, you've been working on understanding your creative gifts, you understanding who you are, and you wanting to take a control of your life, choose which direction you want to go. And I see that here with this choose wisely. But I feel like this is more about you wanting to make a choice that's from your heart, you wanting to make a choice about how you want your future to look. I get this real sort of manifestation vibe here. You go, okay, well, this is what I want to create. You've been working on it. You've been laying the stones, right? You've been dropping the stones at each point on your path, and you know that's leading your way, rather than you sitting there thinking, okay, which way do I go? I'm just going to let the universe just decide. No, you're understanding awareness in your mind. You're understanding that you're taking responsibility here, and that you are choosing your path. You are creating your path, more like it than choosing your path. Sorry, you're creating your path. As I said, you're laying the stones, you're putting in the foundations, you're painting your own picture here. Okay. And it says here, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. So I feel like you have been reflecting, you have been focusing awareness. So for some of you may have been meditating a lot more, or just reflecting on the inner parts of yourself, the creative parts of yourself, really discovering your gifts in this world. And that doesn't have to be spiritual gifts. These can be gifts in regards to any direction that you feel passionate about in your life, whatever picture you're painting in your life, whatever creativity that you are bringing in, whatever it is that you're really good at. It's like you are polishing that crystal, that gem. You are polishing it. You've dug it out of the dirt and you're polishing it over, and it's being revealed. I feel like it's being revealed, it's being opened up for you, and opportunities coming your way, and offers coming your way, and somebody's going to see the work that you've put in. They're going to see your creativity. Like this could be, you could be an artist, as someone discovers your artwork. But take that scenario into anything that it is that you've been creating, anything that you've been working towards. Okay, whatever the stones are that you've been popping down on your path, that you've been, whatever you've been working towards. Okay, because I do see here you have been really focusing and mastering here. You've been really learning to focus your mind on what it is that you want and not what you don't want, and you are going to see that this is creating a really big change in your life. Just going to get some clarification here. And with the proceeding softly card, I feel like things have, as I said, you've been laying those stones, but you haven't really seen anything coming of it. You've been working on it for a while now, but I can see the new beginning for you. Is it really opening up? Queen of Cups. I feel like on this path of you really discovering your gifts and your talents and you working on those, I feel like you Oh, look, we've got celebration here. I feel like with that, it's like you've come to this greater understanding of who you are in the process. But let's have a look here. We've got judgment. I feel like this is about you moving towards your calling. There's a lot of cards here, but I feel like they're for you. So here we have the Fool, okay? So I feel like it's like this opportunity is going to open up for you. It's going to become apparent for you, and it's going to be a chance for you to take this leap of faith, to take the chance on something. And perhaps you have taken the chance on something, and perhaps it's taken a while for it to open up for you, and perhaps you've been really listening to your heart and following your calling, okay? But perhaps it's been slow, okay? And now that the doors are going to open up for you, or it could be that this is saying that an opportunity is going to present itself, okay? Someone's going to recognize you, and then you're going to, this could be advice to really take that chance, take that leadership, you know, follow your heart, you know. And I want to say, with Queen of Cups being about emotions, she's very intuitive, and you can see her glancing down at this cup here, which is a grand cup. It's, you know, she has mastered her inner knowing and her intuition, and her feelings, okay? And I want to say that, you know, your feelings are going to pull you in the right direction. So, you know, when you feel pulled in this direction, when this opportunity comes, you know, don't hold back from that. Take it with open arms. Yeah, look, again, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, you know, so this is this physical manifestation coming in, and it's what you've been waiting for, you know, that's opening for you. And I feel like, again, with this Hierophant energy, I feel like this is coming up to say that this is purpose for you. This is on path for you. This is your calling. Can you see his hands up here? And I get the energy with this, because I feel the energy. I feel like it's, hey, this is your time, you know, this is your time now. So follow your intuition and move towards that calling, and it's going to really come. You're going to be celebrating here, you know, you have, and look at this, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is underneath. It's like, I feel like those disappointments, those cups, you know, all that work that you've been doing, all those stones that you've been laying on the path, it's like it has been leading you to this, and you may not have seen it at the time because it was, you know, you were laying it, but you weren't seeing anything coming of it. You may have been disappointed at times, but you've been learning how to focus your mind on what it is that you want. Remember, we're talking about that. So you've really manifested this. So when this energy drops in, really be proud of yourself and celebrate that, because you've done the hard work. You're the one who mastered this. You have brought this in for yourself. You've done the hard work. You've created this. This is what you wanted, and it's part of your purpose. So I just want to say, well done. If it hasn't come in yet, we're talking about here, this reading is about your next new beginning. This is your next new beginning. There's this real recognition, and we don't have that tarot card here, but I get this sense of recognition here for you. It's like somebody finally recognizes you. Or that job finally comes up that you've been waiting for. Three cards here. Be bold and make the first move. So I feel like this aligns with this Fool energy here. Okay, so take that opportunity. And then we have, it's time to release negativity and nothing will come of this situation. So what I feel like this is about you finally releasing, you finally moving past a part of your life that was focused on, you know, negativity, and was focused on, your mindset used to be focused on like, I can't do this, or, you know, you couldn't see yourself ever making it or ever getting somewhere. But now it's like you've learned to take this, you take a chance on yourself, and you've been doing the, you know, you've really been deciding your path, to create your path and taking control of your life, which is leading you away from, you know, the negativity and moving into this new you, who is this vibrant, youthful person. And, you know, you youthful in spirit, I mean. And it's like you're ready for this opportunity. Spirit saying, okay, when this door opens, go for it, be bold, take this opportunity, because it's for you. So be ready for that. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3. So you chose this pile here and this picture. So this one here, I think, is a Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air. And I love this card because when I see this big picture of this owl, it's like there's this real wisdom, okay? There's this real knowing, this knowledge within. So this new beginning that's coming into your life is one of a lot of I'm hearing embarking on a new adventure, and I feel like this adventure is about you really taking steps, like I'm being shown like steps of leveling up, you moving towards something, and I'm hearing with ease. I feel like in the past perhaps things have been challenging for you, but I'm seeing things starting to line up quite easily for you, and it's because you're becoming stronger within yourself. Okay, so let's have a look. 3rd house. So I should have worn my glasses. We have speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, and sociability. Stepping into stillness. So perhaps you could be becoming well known in social media. You could be really connecting in the way of like collaborating with others online, or discovering new things or new ways that you can really expand yourself online. And I feel like it's like, I feel like it as I was saying before, where it has been a little challenging, like not challenging, but just slower. And I feel like it's just like you're able to now walk up the steps with ease, where before when you tried to walk up the steps, it was like harder, but now it's becoming easier. Oh, look, walking away. Embrace and solar plexus energy. See, you're walking away. You're walking away from the part of your life that no longer bears fruit for you. You know, and this is what I was saying about you really having this knowing, and it's like once you know, it may have been challenging to open that gate and walk through to an unknown, or walk through to, you know, it takes a chance on something. But then once you did it, it's like the ball started rolling, and it became a lot more easier. So I feel like things for you in this new beginning is this ease. There's this ease that's coming, where things have been difficult. It's now coming into ease. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself. I'm just getting the messages through here. I do feel like, because I am struggling to sort of get to the next stage after this message. There may have been a time here where things were sort of like, you know, I'm seeing a hamster cage, like you're just going around in the hamster cage perhaps for a little while. And if that's what energy you're in at the moment, really stepping into silence, really meditating, getting your mind clear is going to help you to find those steps and to gather the strength to take each step. Because again, we're talking about you being very wise, you being very taking intelligent action, you being very determined here. Okay, so you meditating is really going to bring in that strength, bring in this confidence to move out of your comfort zone, and to, once you've done that, it's like things are going to really flow very easily, and you're going to really be able to, it's like, see here with the embrace and his arms are open. I feel like there's a sense of freedom here in this new beginning for you. It's like once you start, when things start to flow again for you, it's going to be a lot easier. And again, you can hear my speech going back and forwards. This is Spirit showing me the message that, this is how it's been presenting for you. I'm going to get more clarity on what's coming in. What's this new beginning? New beginning, please. Clarify the third house. Yep, I was talking about collaboration here, working with others. So new beginning could also be people coming into your life to help you in some way. And that might be why things become a little easier for you, because and start to flow, because before you've been trying to do everything on your own, and perhaps now because you've stepped out of your comfort zone, because you've moved or walked away, it's like from something, now that support's coming in for you. Beautiful. Look at this. And we've got this Queen of Wands, which I feel like she's really passionate, she's very confident, and you've got this solar plexus energy. So I feel like you're really going to be embracing that energy of the Queen of Wands. And again, you can see her holding this, what's the flower called? This is a sunflower. So I feel like this is, I feel like it's a very spiritual flower too. And I get the sense that it's like you following, the flower looking at the sun. And I feel like this is you really following your passions, and you following your intuition here, you following your knowing. And then we have the Page of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this discovery here. There's this discovery, there's this adventure, and there's this real you've been really doubting things, haven't you? You've been doubting things for a while. You've had to walk away from your doubts. You've had to really, you've had to walk away. This could be from the thought patterns. It could be from, with this Embrace card, perhaps there's something that you had an energy here of you embracing a change even. I get this energy of doubt here, guys. So I feel like for some of you, you've really been, yeah, and they're showing me the bottom of the deck here, which is the devil. So I feel like there's been some doubtful thinking, negative thought patterns, or this could be someone else possibly that's been holding you back a little bit, or that you've been attaching yourself to something and you've really had to walk away from it to be able for things to start to flow in your life. So once you really gain that courage and that and you start to look towards the sun, start to be more confident, start to take action on your passions, okay, you embarking on this change, it's like then you come into this King of Pentacle energy where you start to create this stability in your life, but it's through working with others. So I feel like the new beginning for you is something to do with working with other people, collaboration. And I do feel like this is in regards to being online. So you're either working online, this could be about friendships. Oh, look at this. The Ten of Cups, happiness, fulfillment. Okay, so it's, and I feel like Spirit bringing these here, the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, I feel like they want to show you, because I do feel like you do sometimes get into self-doubt, and this is due to worthiness. I feel like that's why they want you to see that, hey, you keep focused on your passion, you keep your confidence, because we've got the solar plexus here, okay? And then you got him. Look at him looking at his stick here, like he's in this deserted desert here, okay? And you know, I see him all dressed in yellow here, which represents the solar plexus energy. And I feel like he's looking at his stick. Now, if you think of this wand here as his wand of direction, wand of inner power and strength, his wand of his path ahead. And I feel like he's not focused on the desert around him. He's not focused on anything else but his path. So there's an element here of you staying focused on your path. And even though there's a bird on his hat, he's not letting that bird get in the way. He's not letting that bird distract him. He's focused on his path. He's focused on his passion. And so don't doubt yourself. You know, really balance that solar plexus energy. And I feel like this stepping into stillness, my power is born in the majesty of silence, is about you really getting yourself clear, getting your mind clear, so that you can really pull on your inner wisdom, so that you can really make the right choices for yourself, so that you can take determined action, so you can stay determined, so you can stay on your path. Because as I was saying before with that devil energy, is that, you know, I feel like the doubts is what pulls you back, okay, or someone negative in your life pulling you back. But this is what's going to happen. This is your new beginning, is walking away from it. Walking away from that past energy, embracing a new energy. And this new energy is one of, you know, oh, and it's got perception. I didn't see that before, but it's one of a new perspective, right? it's one of connection and collaboration with others. So for some of you, this has got to do with work or, you know, connecting with people online. But there's this sense here of you being in your power, okay? And you creating stability in your life and you creating this 10 of Cups. So this is what you move towards when you let go, when you walk away. Your new beginning is a real beautiful, beautiful fresh start. A fresh energy. Took a while for that message to come out. So whoever stayed to the end here, thank you. All right, let's have a look at your final messages here. Have faith in your dreams. A new romantic cycle begins. We had that with, I think it was group 1 as well. So, you know, this is this 10 of Cups energy as well. So for some of you, this support from others and this coming together with others, perhaps you may meet someone online or friendships online or a romantic partner online. So this is what you're being brought towards. This is your new start. So have faith in your dreams and keep stepping forwards. Keep, as I said, really don't get distracted from your path, because there's good things coming in for you. There's a real leveling up here in your life. And I do feel like if you keep yourself focused on this and have faith in your dreams, that this will be just around the corner for you. So that's the messages I have for you, group 3. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Hello, group number 4. So just move this tripod over a little bit. So you chose this group here, and it's this. This one is. I can't remember what card it is, but it does represent abundance, healing, a new consciousness, okay? And I feel like it's representing you really, really coming to this gratitude in your life and acceptance about your life. And I feel like there's a sense here of you, I'm hearing simplicity, and I feel like it's the more appreciative and the more gratitude that you have, it's like the more is coming into your life, okay? And I see perhaps this is something you've been working on, is gratitude, and perhaps the situation and the times at the moment have given you an opportunity to really see life in a simple way, you know, in a simple manner, and what you could be grateful for, what you are grateful for, and the blessings that are in your life. And I just see the universe really pouring more of that into your life. So we have Pisces, the mystic. We have breaking barriers, beautiful. Oh, this is good. We've got the woman holding a coin, wonderful. This love here. And there is spiritual strength. Interesting how the spiritual strength here came underneath the breaking barriers, okay? So I feel like this could be financial barriers, okay? This is because this is like the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you have really had to, and you know, we're talking about you finding gratitude, you focusing on the simplicity of life. This is allowing you to break barriers, right? It's allowed you to gather every bit of spiritual strength that you can, so that you can break out of the barriers of lack in your life and into more prosperity, into more physical abundance in your world. And this card talks about abundance. You can see the fruits that are laid there. She's holding, I think she's holding wine, or perhaps it's a cup of water, but she's, you know, she has everything she needs. She has water, she has food, you know, she has healing energy here. She's protected by the universe. And so I feel like you're breaking your barriers about lack or about finances. Financial barriers are being broken. And the new energy that's coming in is this this real, well, you've got mystical energy. So again, I feel like there's this spiritual strength here, and then you've got this very spiritual card here with the Pisces. And so I feel like you are you breaking these barriers have allowed you, you've been doing that through changing your just let me get the right word here. You've been learning to be grateful, to you know, really come to this simplicity, as I was saying, and learn to imagine a life for yourself where you are creating abundance, where you are, everything around you is abundant, and you realizing that, and you realizing that is actually what is breaking that. So you're getting this real spiritual power here, and breaking through all of these barriers in your life. So I don't want to keep repeating that. So we've got here the love. So for some of you, you could be breaking barriers in regards to romance and love, and your new start could actually be physically manifesting a love that you've been waiting for, okay? And perhaps this has taken some time. Apologies, I was interrupted. So, so as I was saying, you could be manifesting love as well, and these barriers may have been, you know, in regards to lack in regards to love, you know, or believing that you can have love. Yeah, so I can see here with the Queen of Swords, it's like you seeing the truth of life, you seeing the truth of how everything really is, and you bringing things into balance. And with this Chariot, it's like this movement forwards in your life, and it's moving away from the lack in your life. The answers you need are coming, and I see that here with the Queen of Swords. It's like the clarity coming in for you, and you're going to see things for what they are, and looking at the bigger picture. As I said, it's like you seeing things clearly, you looking at the bigger picture of what life is. And you know, I feel like, as I said, you've really had this time to sit and say, you know what, I can see how blessed I am, or how grateful I am for everything that I do have, and this is just going to create this shift in your life. Hold your vision. Don't give up. Keep holding that vision. Keep holding the bigger picture. Keep bursting through those barriers, because it is bringing you towards this abundance in your life, whether that's love or whether that is financial abundance, or it could be both. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that resonates for you. Wishing you much luck. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.